Shalom Makim. First and foremost, we're going to see Yahweh by Hashem Yahshai. Yahweh is true holy power for him who the word is called God of Jehovah. Yahshai is true holy power for him who the word is called Jesus Christ. By Hashem in the name, Hawar Kadash literally translate to Spirit Holy. Secondly, I want to get understood the venerable elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation like a visual, low well, I'm part of that number. Now, to the topic today, I'm basically just going into the topic of false teachers. Now, many, especially during our time in captivity, man, we've been, as you say, bamboozled by these false teachers. So the first precept we're gonna bring out is Romans chapter 16, verse 17 to 18. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offense, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not Yahweh Shai, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. So this just tells you that, like, you gotta identify those who speak who speak the so-called truth for their own hearts, who speak the contradict the scriptures and the doctrines of the Lord, man. And you gotta avoid them, because they speak sound bites, and they deceive many, man, because they deceive those whose spirit ain't even that strong, who don't have a connection to the Lord. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the word, and not after Hamashiach. So this has tells you that you gotta be wary of these men that who try to deceive you through to follow their own philosophy, to follow their own ideology, man. Worshiping celebrating these holidays, man, eating all these abominable foods, man. Practicing all these wicked ass religions, man. Like, that's not you're not with the Lord if you do all that, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 13 to 15. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great if his ministries also be transformed as the ministries of righteousness, who end shall be according to their works. So that tells you right there that Satan's main goal is to see the people. So of course he's gonna be able to transform his ministries and his so-called places of worship into so-called righteous standpoints. But you could tell by the scriptures, you could tell by the scriptures whether if a place is with the Lord or not, whether a place is holy or not, man. And all these things that Esau has built up is not good in the eyes of the Lord. All these religions that Esau made, practice, keep, it's not in the lives of the Lord, man. You only like if you Israelite, a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you only supposed to worship one Lord, one God, one power, and that's Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to be worshiping the Muslim, the Muslim God Allah. Man, you're not supposed to be going after you're not supposed to be worshiping Hinduism or Buddhism, man. Cause that's not your who you are, man. You're not, man. Leave that to the heathens, man. Or in verse terms, you're not worshiping no Lord. You don't believe in the Lord, man. That's wickedness, man. You see, 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3 to 4. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. Jake came on what they like Jake like hearing what they like to hear, and they like hearing people to reassure them, because Jake is emotional, man. These two thugs out here are very emotional. So if you don't tell them what they want to hear, then, they gonna get mad at you, man. You can't get no lining, man. When you tell a Jake you can't get no lining, he gonna be looking at you. He gonna be looking at you, sideways, man. But that's a law you gotta follow. But no, when you go to but when Jake go to a church on a corner, they gonna be like, you can do whatever you want as long as you love the Lord, man. See, that's a fable. That's not true, man. You see, 1 John chapter 4 verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of our power, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. See, as simple as that. Like, false prophets everywhere, man. You walk down the street, you can see one, man. That's why you gotta try. That's why you gotta look at their spirit, man. Judge them by their spirit. If their spirit is unclean, man, they not with the Lord. Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come into you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You see, that also goes back to the spirit, man. If your spirit is unclean, you is unclean. And you can tell the spirit is unclean by the way they act, man. Alright, Second Peter chapter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even on the Lord, the how about you outside, that brought them and bring upon them swift destruction. You see, that tells you right there that what awaits these false prophets is destruction, because they don't teach the truth of the Lord, man, to the people. They only preach the truth that they think is, that they feel it's the truth, man. All right. All right. Second John chapter 1 verse 7. For many deceivers are enter into the world, who confess not that Yahweh Mashiach is coming to the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist, man. You see, if you don't believe in the Son, man, you don't believe in the Father. And by you not believing in the Father, man, you wicked as fuck. All right, this is the last precept I'm gonna bring out. Matthew chapter 7 verse 21 to 23. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So that tells you that, man, you can do all these good things in your own eyes, but if they're not good in the eyes of the Lord, you are not one of the chosen, man. He don't care for you. You didn't know him. It's as simple as that, man. But anyway, this was a quick lesson here today. Shalom, Maki. I'm in the Bar Kabal.